Hello, in this demonstration I'm going to show you how to work with two screens in the practice set to make it a little bit easier for cell referencing. When you start the practice set, please be sure to read all the instructions, and the first thing you're going to be doing is analyzing transactions. I've analyzed the first transaction for you. I'm going to do the second one to show you how to set up screens. So you go into View, New Window. So you want to open a new window. So you've got two windows open. Then Arrange All and Vertical. And OK. Now you've got two windows. This one we're going to put on the chart of accounts. So you click on the tab at the bottom to get the chart of accounts. This one we're going to have is our transactions. Now notice I can move around this one because this is the active window. If I want to make this the active window, I just click on it and then I can move around that window. If you want to make it smaller, which is what I do so that it'll fit on, then you can decrease the size of it. Okay, so we did the first transaction. The second transaction says treadmills were purchased for $15,000 with a 4% 5-year note payable. So we need to figure out what the two accounts are, and one of the ways that can help us is to look at our chart of accounts. Well, we're buying equipment, so one of the accounts is going to be equipment. Now equipment is an asset with a normal balance of a debit. We're going to be increasing our equipment, so that will become our debit. So you click in the cell, enter an equal sign, and click on equipment. This is referred to as cell referencing, and that will bring the word equipment over. Now we're going to credit note payable because we're not paying it now, we're going to pay it later. So we put in the equal sign, go back to our chart of accounts, click on note payable and equals. Now you have to type in the amount, and the amount is 15,000, so you type in 15,000. Okay, now once you've got that in, you can then put it in the general ledger. The best way to do that is we'll put the transaction on this side. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I want to put in the general journal, and the general journal on this side. So we're now ready to cell reference this transaction here. So we do equals, pick up the date. We don't have a posting reference yet. That'll occur when we do the general ledger. Equals, and we want to pick up our debit transaction. So I've clicked on this side, and then I go over to equipment, enter, and my credit is equals note payable and the amount, and you really only have to put in the first one here, and then I just use equals and pick up the amount above. So by using cell references and putting them side by side, you can do this rather quickly. I suggest that you complete this first, all the transactions, and then we do have a accounting tutor that you can send this to check to make sure you've got those correct, and then put them in the journal. Then you're going to post them in the ledger. And once you've done that, you'll be ready to create your trial balance. But remember, you're always going to be picking things up by cell referencing. If you're typing into the cells, then you may be doing it wrong. There's only a few places where you're going to be typing. One is you're going to need to type in the posting reference here. The general journal posting reference here you can get from the general ledger. You will also need to type in the description. So purchased treadmills with note payable. So the description you would have to type in. And over here, as you found, you had to type in the amount. But here, when you get to the general journal, you'll be cell referencing. I hope this helps get you started on doing the practice set.